Segueing into our 30, 60, 90 triangle, I've taken our values from the sides that correspond with the angles. 30 corresponds with our x value. Our 60-degree angle corresponds to a length of the side of x radical 3. And across from our 90-degree angle, we have 2x. The most favorable advantageous numbers to know first would be this side, the shortest side, which is across from the 30-degree angle, which is just x. So this is an important one. After that one, it's very advantageous to have the hypotenuse across from the 90-degree angle, because that one is 2x. It's nice to have these numbers first. Occasionally we're going to get the long side given to us, and then we're going to have to do a little bit more work. But when you have the 30-degree and the 90-degree side, the hypotenuse or the short side, initially, it's a gift, and it will save you some time. All right, so let's say we have, well, let's give ourselves a gift. If this would be 5, right away we can go over here to the hypotenuse, which is the other gift, and the math is pretty easy. We can do it in our head. 2 times 5 is 10. If our x is 5, we can just put it into this value, 5 radical 3. That's easy enough to go to your x term. If 2x is equal to 20, 2x is equal to 20, then x would be equal to 10. Again, that might be able to be done in your head. And once we get the 30-degree angle, we know x, we can put it right into this front part, radical 3. So 10 becomes the whole number, and then the radical just rides along with it. What happens when our value is 30 on the long side? What we're saying here is 30 is equal to x radical 3. So to solve for x, which will, of course, give us this number here, we would have to divide both sides by radical 3. That cancels out, so we are left with 30 radical 3 is equal to x. We can't have a radical in the denominator, so we're going to have to get rid of it by multiplying by the same. So we're just going to do a mirrored image there. So this becomes 3. It becomes the whole number 3. And the top, the numerator is 30 radical 3. That's how we multiply when we're multiplying whole numbers with radicals. In this case, we've got 2 whole numbers here with the 3 and the 30. So 3 will go into itself once, and 3 will go into 30 10 times. So we have 10 radical 3. And that is equal to x. So our x term here now is, we can fill that in. Now we can take our x term and also put it into this equation. So 2 times 10 radical 3, 20, and this is radical 3. Because we can multiply whole numbers and we can multiply radicals. We'd only have one radical, so it's just copied down. So this value is 20 radical 3. So the sides of our triangle, we've got 10 radical 3. The hypotenuse is 20 radical 3. If you were further instructed to do a perimeter of this triangle, we would add up all the things that are the same. 30 is by itself, and we have 10 radical 3 and 20 radical 3. So this would be 30 radical 3. and that would be the perimeter. Let's put our 30 this time as our hypotenuse. Finding x would be just dividing this in half because we only need one of the x's. You could set it up as an equation if you needed to. 2 divides into 30 15 times equals x. So our 15 is here. You might be able to do this calculation in your head. You see why I want to pick off both of those first, because the x, as soon as I get the x term, I can plug it right in here to this value. So we have 15, and we have 15 radical 3.